I'm with Jordan Vermillion, who's the president of Cobalt Golf. And if you've been following amateurgolf.com for the last few months, you might have seen that the official rangefinder of amateurgolf.com is Cobalt. And we want to thank you, first of all, Jordan, for supporting our site. But I want to explain to our members and our viewers why this wasn't a decision that we made without thinking about it a little bit, because you make a really, really nice rangefinder. So thanks.
Absolutely. Pleasure to be with you here today.
We don't typically get into commodity products. We don't sell products via our site that competitive amateur golfers wouldn't use or we wouldn't recommend proudly. And so any category that we're involved with, we think about it a little bit. And I gave it a lot of thought and tried this product. I got a phone call from you, Jordan, one day. It was fabulous. You said you had something to show me. You sent it to me, and I didn't know if it was going to be ready for prime time or not, but it certainly was, and it passed all my tests. So we decided to bring you on board. And I'm going to give you a couple of questions that will help our viewers decide what to buy, whether they need to replace their old rangefinder or they're using GPS and they want to go to a rangefinder. Is a rangefinder a commodity product? Should I go on Amazon and go on Amazon Prime and pick what is available for a reasonable price, or should I look at this as a little differently, as something that's a lifetime purchase?
Well, I do think we've seen rangefinders, distance measurement devices just explode within golf but a lot of them are just Me Too products. And so, I would look at it a little differently. What we've tried to do, and our desire at Cobalt Golf, is to develop a premium range finding device. We're packing it full of features that we believe golfers will find of value, and we're providing it to them consumer direct.
So when we talk about easy to use, it's got to come out of your bag, focus in. I mean, one of the things I noticed immediately is how accurate it is. And it's not because it's giving partial yardages. It's cool to see, I'm 98.9 yards. And in the closer ranges, it might make you feel more comfortable. But when you get that lock on to the flag, it's not something I'd experience with a device. And it does it pretty often, whether or not the flag has a reflector on it or not.
And again, we can do that because we do it on our professional measurement side with some of our business to business type products and technologies.
Kind of a fun factor here. We just had lasers in use at a major golf championship. What do you see happening on the tours? I know you can't prognosticate, but what do you think will happen with lasers in the future?
Yeah, well, first off, you're right. They weren't using a GPS watch, so that just kind of validates that lasers are more accurate than that GPS. But honestly, it took longer than I thought it would. I thought it would have tumbled a little bit faster. It took many years for that to finally happen. But I think you'll continue to see kind of the domino effect over time. I don't know how soon or how fast it'll happen. We also know that technology is there to help us and to help us craft our sport. And having a laser is a great training tool. And one of the things, I was actually talking to a buddy last night that he's like, I love using slope because I get to see the degree of angle that I'm at. And if I'm just using it as a training tool, I can start to, just like using the laser to get a distance to the flag or to the edge of the bunker, you start to train your brain on gauging distances better and also gauging the degree of elevation.
No doubt. Well, and there are times for it, and there are times to practice without it. There are times you want to just go out and see if you can't feel your distances. I mean, a good player knows that. I had a joke the other day. I popped up my tee shot on a long par 3, and I was about to reach for my laser, and I said, I'm not going to use the laser on a second shot on a par 3. I refuse. So that's my new thing. I refuse to use a laser for my second shot on a par 3. But if I was in a tournament, I don't know, maybe I break that rule. Really enjoyed spending some time with you, Jordan. Thanks for your support of amateur golf. Big picture, it's companies like you that see the benefit of what we're providing the amateur game that help us provide all the information and report on these tournaments. And we'll see you out on the road at a major event soon. Okay.